Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. So glad to have you here at the Bible Bistro today as we engage in a little 5-minute Bible study in Psalm 47. Looking today at Psalm 47, verses 5 and 6. And actually we have in these two verses all the themes. They just come pouring right back in here. And we have the three themes that we talked about in verse 2, and verse 1 and verse 2. The theme of worship or joy, the theme of God's exalted status, and the theme of God's sovereignty, that is, He's king. So we're going to follow those throughout the psalm. We saw them yesterday, actually two of them, His exaltedness and His sovereignty in 3 and 4. And now today we're going to have all three of them again. So we're coming back in here. Let me read for you verses 5 and 6. Lift up God with a shout, the Lord with the shout of the trumpet. Sing to God, sing. Sing to our King, sing. All right, there you have it. Verses 5 and 6, lift up. And we begin with God's exalted nature. He is most high. That is not in doubt. It is not in question. That is a statement of fact. God is, the Lord is most high. So we come now to verse 5, and we're not stating a fact. We're encouraging the people who have received the blessing that we have in 3 and 4 to now lift Him up, to exalt Him. This is how we would frame it. Exalt God with a shout. That is to lift Him up with our voice. He doesn't need to be lifted up. He's already most high. He's over all things. He sees everything. He is God. But here, we're asked to engage in worship that affirms that fact. Lift Him up with a shout. So the human faculty of voice is called upon, and the human ability to create music is called upon, because we have here in 5, the Lord with the sound of the trumpet. So not only are we asked to shout in exalting Him, we're asked to play the trumpet. Make a blast with that trumpet. The sound of the trumpet. Let it happen. Here we have this theme of joy and worship is exuberant here. It's all over the place. And of course, verse 6, how do you get away from it? Sing to God, sing. Sing to our King, sing. So we're told to shout, blow the trumpet, and to sing. This whole thing of worship is just bubbling over. But notice also that we have the theme of His sovereignty again. Sing to our King. So it's not the physical king, that is the man who sits on a throne. No, it is the great God who's king. Go back to verse 2. He is the great king over all the earth. And because of that fact, just like He is exalted and most high, because of that fact, we are now invited to worship, to celebrate not only His exalted nature, but also His sovereignty. Sing to our King, sing. What are you doing with your voice? Church, let me just speak to the church here. What are you doing with your voice? We need to be singing and shouting, and we need to be blowing the trumpet and playing whatever instrument that you have at your disposal and worshiping this great God, because He is exalted and He is sovereign. Those facts are not in dispute. You have been invited by the eternal God to celebrate that fact. Have you done that recently? Oh, I hope that you go to church as soon as you can, as soon as there's a service set, and you go in there and you sing with gusto to this great one who is exalted and who is sovereign over everything, including you. He is the great King over all the earth. And you know what? That means you, because He took you from the earth and blew on that dust, and it became a man. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 7 and 8 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.